Hey everyone, Jessica Danella here, Cub Scout Roundtable Commissioner of Pioneer District. We are here in my basement and my dad's workshop, makeshift workshop, and we are going to go over the different types of tools that we have down here and that your Cub Scouts should be learning in actually a couple different electives. I'm going to go over them because what we're going to be doing is building a birdhouse. So for Build a Birdhouse, it's going to cover in tigers, the My Tiger Jungle. Number 5, build and hang a birdhouse. For bears, you can use it for Baloo the Builder, because we're going to go over, and for this one, we're actually going to cover all of Baloo the Builder. You just have to be on your side building the actual
birdhouse,
what have you. So we're going to discover which hand tools are best ones to have in your toolbox. We're going to learn each rule for using these tools safely. And we're going to actually practice using 4 of them. Because you have to make sure you practice before doing a project. You have to select, plan, and define the materials for your project. And then you have to assemble your project. The only thing we're not doing is we're not applying finish, because in Baloo the Builder, you're actually building 2 projects. One being one that you can, a useful project, and one that is a fun project. This is actually a useful project, so we're not going to apply finish, especially since it's going out to the birds. We're not going to apply finish to this one. And for the Weebelows and Arrow of Light, for Build It, we're going to be going over 1, 2, and 3, which is learn about some basic tools and the proper use of each tool. Learn about and understand the need for this safety when you work with tools with guidance. Select a carpentry project and build it. So we're doing a birdhouse. List tools that you use safely as you build your project. Create a list of materials needed to build your project, and check mark a list of tools that you've used for the first time. The only thing for that one that you would have to do is number 4, which is research a construction career, visit a site, and interview somebody in the field. Obviously, with it being quarantine, if you're able to do it through Facebook Messenger or Zoom with a parent, that's definitely the best idea for that. And then for the Nova, it's build a bird feeder. We're building a birdhouse today. So
this is bird feeder.
We do have a bird feeder as well. We have actually 2 kits for these carpentry builds. You can either use a kit or just scraps of wood to make your build. But you want to introduce yourself? Not really. This is Hunter. He's my son. He's my Wolf Scout. I'm a Wolf Den Leader. He's my Wolf Scout from Cub Scout Pack 4 for 2. He's going to be the one helping me demonstrate each of the tools today.
Yeah.
So what is the first thing that we need, whether you're on a construction site or you're doing some building?
Safety glasses.
Why is safety first always important?
These are the safety glasses.
Good job.
Safety first is always good because, say, if there's electrical wires, they don't want to get in your eyes, then you would get really hurt.
What about if you're hammering or nailing or drilling or sawing?
So you would put the safety glasses on because you might use a hammer and it might go back too far. It might poke you in the eye. Yeah. But if you have safety glasses...
What if you're using a saw?
If you're using a saw... Okay, finish the hammer.
No, not yet.
And, if you have a saw...
Say dust.
The sawdust, it goes up into the air, that might get in your eyes.
Good job.
Then this protects your eyes.
Good job. So we're going to go over the very first tool that should be in your toolbox, and what's that?
The hammer.
Just show everybody. This is our hammer. Now,
that's
granted...
the face. That's the hook. That's the handle. That's the head. And this is...
the claw.
That's the claw. That's the head. That's the face. The handle. And you should always keep a good grip on the hammer, so you don't, say if someone's behind you, you don't want to accidentally
hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might let go of the hammer, then it's going to smash them in the face.
Yep. Now, when it comes to Cub Scouts, because, even bears, even though they're 3rd graders, they could be a little tiny. They could be on the tiny side. You need to sit. Thank you. they recommend the best one for Cub Scouts is an 8 to 10 ounce claw hammer. Granted, this is my dad's adult hammer, but Hunter's been using it for quite a while now, so he is safe with it.
No, I've never used a hammer before.
You have.
I haven't. I've used a saw before.
You've used a hammer before.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you've used a hammer before.
Why
don't you want to use a hammer that's too big for you?
Because it might be too heavy, and,
you can lose control?
You can lose control of it.
Okay. So what is the next thing that we should have in our toolbox?
The screwdriver.
Okay, can you show them which one's the Phillips head?
This is the Phillips.
What is?
Wait, stop.
There you go.
That's
What's
the
special
Phillips.
about that one? Sit or kneel.
This is the Phillips.
What? You gotta put it back. What's so special about it?
It's because, and this is the yellow. That's the handle.
Mm-hmm.
That it's a little dirty.
So we have the handle.
We used it a lot.
Yeah, we have the. Can you hold it up like this? You have the handle,
The handle, the shank, and
the blade, and the tip.
The blade is that part. The little lines on it.
Yeah. What is that called? Is that a star? That's
It's
the
a star.
Yeah.
And then that's, and then this.
Yeah.
That's the tip.
Yeah. So what's a flathead screwdriver look
A
like?
flathead is this.
So what's the difference?
It's because.
Stop. There, so they can see it. What's the difference between a Phillips and a flathead?
It's because the Phillips has.
Back it up. You gotta back it up so you can see it.
The Phillips is
Pointy.
and the flathead is still pointy,
But flat.
but it's the top is flat,
Good job.
and that's flat.
That's right.
That's supposed to be round. That's supposed to be round on this, and this one is a little bit taller.
Yeah. Okay, put them down.
And that's the color.
Yeah, put them down. The next in the book for Blue, it says a brace and bit. We don't have it. We've just got a cordless drill and
It's a
drill
drill.
bits. So it's obviously electrical,
Yeah.
and with the
'cause
guidance of an
batteries.
adult den leader, pack or Scoutmaster, or excuse me, Cubmaster. We're talking about Cubs, or a family member, any adult over 18. The guidance is definitely helpful. So we don't have a brace and bit, but we personally have the cordless drill.
It's battery operated.
So I'm going to hold this one. Hunter's not allowed. It is the handsaw.
Yeah.
It even has jaws on it.
Bye.
This is extremely sharp. I'll show you what it looks like.
Holy
Nice and
crud.
hunter.
Holy crud.
We have the sharp saw. Where's the other one? We have the chopping saw.
Chop. Look, jeez, don't cut the hand. Don't cut this.
We have, what are these?
They are clamps. I'll show you what they do.
We have two.
Oh, you unscrew it. I'm going the wrong way.
Okay.
Because I don't know my right
This
to
one
my
you
left.
twist.
Twist this one.
This one, you push a button. Push this little button here.
It's not buttoned.
It's a little button.
It's not. It takes a really long time to unscrew it.
Yeah.
So if
We
you don't have the
also-
patience, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. We also have a vise. I'll show you. Right there.
It's a vice.
That's a vise. Put you back.
Jeez, it takes so long.
Okay, put it down.
No. And
We have a measuring device,
show
which
them.
we have a really big
Yeah.
yardstick.
It's shorter than me. I'm taller than it.
Yes, you are.
So I'll show you what a clamp does.
We're not on the clamp anymore. We're past the
No, I want to
clamp.
show them.
I'm deleting this from the video because this is not part of the video.
No, I want to show them.
Nope. We have sandpaper. This is, you have a holder for it, but we have a bunch of pieces that are just sandpaper. And obviously having a first aid kit is definitely
This
helpful.
is the sandpaper. That's the holder. Then you go.
Thank you, Hunter. Thank you so much.
Yay!
So what is we're going to use 4 tools.
Stop.
Let it go, please. Thank you. We're going to use 4 tools to practice on today.
Yay!
4 tools.
4 tools. I'm going to start with this.
So what are we going to hammer? What would you hammer?
We
you know where Pop keeps the nails? So we got that hammered in, and he's going to show you how to use the claw to take the hammer, or to take the nail out.
This is the claw.
Yeah.
You stick it at the screw.
I'm going to hold this down
then,
for you.
Your parent or whoever you're with would hold it.
They're over 18.
Yes. Can't be under.
Cannot be under, no.
Or then you can't do it with them.
Yeah, go ahead and pull.
Then you
carefully
pull it. Might want to wiggle it a little.
Can I help?
Oh my god. We dug it.
I hammered it a lot.
Stop. I got it.
Use your muscles. Come on.
I am.
Use your muscles. Can you get it?
That bent.
Oh, it did bend.
That
okay.
bent.
Yeah, it's okay.
Totally, you might want to be careful, because
Look at the nail.
It bent.
Yeah,
it bent.
Do it this way because it's at the top.
It's bent.
It's bent a little bit.
So
next.
stick it back in.
No, we're not going to stick it back in.
And then you would.
That's not going to unbend, I promise you that. No, it won't. Because it's bent at the top.
Stop.
Nope, we're not going to fool around.
And
next, we are going to be using the sandpaper. Hunter is very good at using sandpaper, especially because of Pinewood Derby. Got to do it in the video.
So I'm going to do the edge. Then you would go with the wood.
With the grain.
You would go with the marks. Then you would do this for probably, I would say, 15 minutes.
You're going to not have any wood left.
10 minutes to 15 minutes.
Okay. Let's go. Ow.
Sorry.
Okay. Do the top part.
And then.
Oh, you see how it's nice and smooth?
It's smooth. Then.
Now you do the top part. Show them how to do that. Do it over here.
So then.
Do it this way.
Which way? This way?
No, that's with the grain.
No.
You good?
No. Yeah. No, it smells disgusting.
That's fine. Use them correctly.
No,
please.
I am.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, safety first. You gotta make sure you're wearing them properly.
And then.
So there's sanding. We're gonna use the clamp. Which clamp do you want to use? Do you want to use the button clamp or the screw clamp?
Which one should we use? Should we use? Should we use the orange one or this one?
The silver one. I say we use this one.
Yeah, I think we should use this one.
Okay, so we're going to use that one. Let me get rid of this.
And then
we're going to clamp it to the side. There's now, this piece of wood is only about this thick in addition to this.
Yeah.
So the actual workbench is made of 2x4s.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's going to clamp it. I'm going to bring it down.
Okay. Then
go ahead.
You have the handle at the bottom, then you screw it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we should have used.
You did. Oh, wow. It's okay.
I have good.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
There you
go. Wait, no. I gotta unscrew it.
Hunter's unscrewing it now.
Wait, tighter. Always want your clamping to be tight.
Why is that? What if you're gluing something? Why would you want it to be tight?
Because so it doesn't come off. And then you'd have to re-glue it.
It sets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, pause.
Please don't.
Okay, we're back forward.
Really?
So he's clamping it down and making sure it's really, really tight so we can use the chopping saw.
You always want to make sure it's tight so it sets in place. And I put it really tight so you really can't move it.
That's all right.
And then...
So he's going to use this. Keep in mind, he's only allowed to touch the handle.
Yes.
And the top part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you...
Be very, very careful. Okay, let me see. Can I set a divot?
Yeah.
Hey. It's okay. Okay.
I can do it now.
It's in the place. Okay.
And
don't put your finger here. Okay. And these are the.
Gosh. I'll stand back. Stand back.
Oh.
Is it paused?
It's not paused. It's playing.
Oh, I got it. Then you always want to.
You want to make sure your fingers are back too. Hold it down. I'm holding it too on this side. He's holding it on that side for extra sturdiness.
And I got the clamp, so it's 3 hands. 'Cause 3 hands is better than 1. You always, if you have a big workspace, you always want to blow the sawdust away. But if you don't have a...
Okay, stop. Stop. Put it down. Okay, thank you.
Oopsie. I want to saw some more.
And we're going to unclamp this to show you.
I got it. Let's go.
We're going to show you where the little divot is. See, you did some sawing. So, again, we went over hammering. We went over using sandpaper. The clamp, 3, and the sawing with the chopping saw. Now it's a nice, I'll show you, it's a nice clean cut. So that's 4 tools he practiced. Were all of those new for you? Which one have you used before?
I've had used the hammer.
Okay.
And the clamp.
Okay.
The clamp before, both clamps.
And the sandpaper?
I've used both clamps before.
And the sandpaper? Okay.
And sandpaper.
Well, now in Cub Scouts, what do we use sandpaper for?
To smoothen stuff, to smoothen out
What's
Pinewood
the
Derby
one
cars.
big thing that was for us? It was back in January.
Pinewood Derby cars.
Pinewood Derby cars.
And it looks like a C because clamp. The word clamp starts with a C.
Good job, Sam. Now, was the saw one of your first? Was it a brand new thing for you?
Yeah.
What do you get on?
I am.
Do you?
Shall we?
Are you gonna practice more in the future? Yeah.
We might. After the video, we might cut some more.
Okay.
And then the second video that we're gonna do, we're gonna show you what we cut.
Oh, okay. So those are the 4 tools that we practiced on this video. Again, that covers requirements in Beluga Builder and also in Build It for Weebillows and Arrow of Light. We are going to be moving on to actually building the bird feeder, birdhouse. My apologies. For not only the tigers, bears, but also the Weebillow and Arrow of Light. And make sure you use the hashtag scouting at home. We'll be back in a flash.
Ready? It's gonna fall.
Ah!
Yay!
Let me see.
That's our kind of clean cut.
Hold on. There we go. Alrighty, you guys. So we are back. We are going to be building a birdhouse. I went to the scout shop and got the actual hammer and nail birdhouse instead of the glue one that we had before. So this will count for all the requirements that I mentioned before with actually building a birdhouse. Yes, nesting season right now is actually over, but it does not hurt to actually build the birdhouses, build the bird feeders, and actually get it outside. So Hunter here is going to show you how to build a birdhouse. I'm using, again, the birdhouse from the scout shop. It says, use nails to assemble the side pieces forming a 90-degree angle. Repeat this process for the roof pieces. So we're going to do the roof pieces first just because we have it in front of us. So I'm going to show you. They're going to overlap, and it's going to look like this. Okay? So I'm going to hold it.
Be careful.
You be careful. Okay.
No, you be careful because my aim sucks. My aim stinks.
Yeah, thank you for that. Okay. Don't hurt me. Stop real quick. Make sure it goes in straight. Yep, go. Do it up. Yeah, do it right side up. Thank you. That's my nail. Okay, come here over here. There you go.
You can let go.
Go. You need to do it up. No, I can't let go because you're going to do it in crooked. Keep going. Ow.
Sorry.
Yeah, make sure you do it straight up and down. A little harder. You're fine, a little harder.
It's leaning.
It's fine, a little harder. Okay, stop.
It's leaning.
Alrighty, so we got that. One little thing with wood, especially when you get really close to the edge, it may split. That's okay. This one split just a little bit. Still gonna work. Do your best. So there's our roof. Okay. I'm gonna put that off to the side. Now we're gonna do the side. They're actually called sides. So it's gonna be the same concept. It's gonna be like that.
This time, try not to make the wood split.
If it does, it's okay. Do our nails. One. That's not the nails from the kit.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
So I told you. That is the wrong one.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. And this wood is really thin. That's why it
Very
splits.
fragile. We'll start it. And it goes in sideways very easily. Okay, finish it. Stop, you're doing it crooked.
Okay. Yes, he is a professional.
No, I just... Well, at least that was started. Now, we're going to do this one.
And the wood didn't crack this time.
No, the wood did not.
Yay.
I'll start it, you finish it.
Okay.
Okay, go for it. Straight up and down, don't do it sideways. Good job. You're good. No, straight up and down. Yep. Good job.
Little cracked,
It's a little crooked. That's okay. So there's the sides. That's going to be how it is like that. So it says... So use nails to assemble the side pieces, which is the smaller one, forming a 90-degree angle. Repeat this process for the roof. Number 2, use nails to assemble front and back of sides, flush with front and back edges. So those are the other 2 pieces. You have this is the front and this is the back. Watch out for splinters.
Yes.
Position rooftop over front and back so there is more overhang in the front than there is in the back. So overhang being, you don't want it like flush here, you want it kind of in the back, so if they want to perch on the little dowel that you're going to put down here, they won't get soaking wet. Okay, so we're going to do the back. It may not, oh, there we go. I'm going to do this part, at least start it. Can you give me a nail, please? And you want to make sure you're not having it like this or this. You want to make sure it's somewhat even, but with... No, it's not, Hunter. You know that. You want to make sure the bird has enough area to actually make a nest inside. Thank you. Where are you going? No, you're not. You're going to stand. Okay, I need you to come over and hold on. You can't be sitting down.
Give me a second.
Parents, you're going to have to hold the feeder, or the, here. Hold on. I'm gonna. It's not quite a 90-degree angle. It's not quite a 90-degree angle, so parents are going to have to hold, here. Hold the wood in place until the nail's in. Make sure it's tight and flush. Keep going. A little harder. Stop, it's moving.
It's moving.
It's one of the complicated things with doing the back is it's going to move and it's not going to be flush. But you want to try to get as flush as you possibly can.
And what does flush mean?
Flush means right up against the wood. Okay, go. Keep going. Hold on, stop. And you made it crooked. Go. Stop. Go.
There's this wood. This wood is so thick.
This is another part of the reason why you want to make sure it's flush. Because it's not all the way through. It looked like it was, but it wasn't. All it's doing is pushing it. It's not actually going through the wood, so you need to make sure it's nice, tight, and flush.
So it doesn't fall apart in the tree.
That's right. So, but do your best, you know. Squeeze just a little harder.
It's cracking.
It's not.
It is. It is.
Okay. That's from when you first did it.
Oh.
But if you squeeze just a little tighter, you'll be able to go flush. It'll be good enough until the next piece goes through. Next nail. This one won't be as hard.
Yeah, well, it's not even.
It's okay.
Oh, okay, that way. Peekaboo.
I'll start it, you finish it.
Peekaboo. 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 What?
Stop.
Peekaboo.
Okay.
TP10.
There you go, I started the hole.
TP10.
There you go. harder. You're not gonna hurt me. Not gonna hurt me. You gotta hit it harder for it to actually go through harder.
You did.
Like I said, you have to hit it harder. We're gonna try and get this part flushed.
Not that even.
Oh, it looks pretty good to me. I'd say that's pretty good. Now it's time to do, thank you. It's time to do the front. So it said the front has to be a little bit back further. So
they don't get poured on.
Right. We're going to do like there. Give them a little bit. But it also gives them enough chance to have a little perch on the front. So I'll start this, Hunter.
Okie dokie smoky.
Where are you going?
I'm back. I meant to look at something. But I really didn't look at something. And I made a nail go through.
Did you?
But then it was a little too long, and then I started hammering it, and it bent.
Alrighty, so we got the finishing touches. There was a lot of banging, so that's why I paused the video. This is what it looks like. Okay, now we have two more things to do. Over this way. We have to put the eyelet screw in. This, do you know what this is going to be for? What? What's it going to be for?
You're going to put the string through it and then tie it to a tree.
Yep, can I start it?
Okay.
This one can be kind of tricky, so.
One, because it's on the side.
That's right. Alright, so we got our eyelet screw in. Granted, it's not straight up and down because it's on a point, and it's kind of hard to do that. There is a second one in your kit, just in case. There's some people that like to do them one here, one here. I don't, personally. Where did you put the dowel? Right there.
No.
Here's your dowel. This is going to go in here for the perch. And it says cut dowel to desired length and push into opening as shown. See? So, do we want to cut it? That's not something that you can use for cutting. Do you think we should cut it?
No.
No, we're just going to stick it in.
Yeah.
But it's going to fall through. So,
tape it.
Tape it or will it glue it?
Tape it.
You think gluing would be better? Can you grab the...
No, tape it.
Well, we can't tape it. Grab the wood glue.
And where's glue?
No, actually, grab this glue.
What's glue? Is that anything?
That's spackling.
That is not glue.
No, but it's rubber cement.
But it smells disgusting.
It does smell disgusting.
So
That's
don't
okay.
use this if you don't want to smell it.
So this is rubber cement.
You smell it.
No, you're not going to smell it.
I already smell it.
It's nasty.
Just gotta do it quick, but not too quick. Make sure it does not get on the desk.
We almost need...
Who's glue?
I'm trying to think what else we can use. No.
Why? But then the birds are gonna smell it, and then they're not.
We're gonna use a pen.
And,
Oh, it'll dry clear.
and then they're not gonna come.
So the reason why I'm using a pen, which probably isn't even gonna work,
Probably will. Hey, we're using what we have.
Yeah.
Like apple juice.
Okay, so the tip of the pen works to get it into the hole.
Don't get this stuff on you.
Use what you can. Hold that like this. Oh, it's on the shit. Do this. Hurry up before it dries. Hold it. I'm just gonna hold it.
Yep.
And it dries very quickly, so. But you want to make sure the dowel gets into the hole where you want it quickly before the rubber cement dries.
And we can't use this pen anymore.
No, but it'll go right in the trash. There's stuff on the bottom too, Hunter.
No, there's not. Oh, it sticks. Just got a rubber cemented.
And this will dry clear.
So there, but we gotta be careful when we use that. So the birds, they might smell it and they might not
When
come.
it dries, you won't be able to smell it. Okay, go this way. This way. Don't smell it.
Oh, it smells good.
It smells nasty.
It smells good.
So this will take probably a couple hours to fully dry.
Wow.
But everything else is nailed, so
That's it. All done.
while this is drying, I want to go over what this covers again because it actually covers a lot. So for tigers, under my tiger jungle, it covers build and hang a birdhouse. Below the builder, for bears, we went over the best hand tools that you should have in your toolbox. We selected a plan, which is the Scout Shop Birdhouse. We assembled the materials. This is a useful project, or you can use it as a fun project. That works too. And then the only thing that we would need to do for the Beluga Builder for it to completely cover it would be apply a finish. We are not going to apply a finish to this. I don't even think Hunter's going to paint it because it's just going to go outside. For Webelow and Arrow of Light, under Build It, we went over the basic tools and how to properly use them. We selected a carpentry project and we built it. List the tools that you use safely as you build, and we created we had the materials list. For Nova, this is wolf dens through Arrow of Light. I am a Nova counselor, so I can mark off anything that you do complete. You just have to reach out to me. For Nova Wild, number 4E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It says make a bird feeder and set it up in a place where you may observe visitors. So that would be a bird feeder. We do have a bird feeder. So for Nova would be the bird feeder. Everything else would be a bird house. Fill the bird feeder with bird seed, provide a water source, watch and record your visitors for 2 weeks, and keep a list of visits using a field guide to identify visitors, and discuss with your counselor what you learned about your wild neighbors. So we do again have the bird feeder. We are not building it on this video, but we did build a bird house, and this is the finished product. Hunter has his hand up, being very polite. What?
And visitors, I think it means birds.
Birds, I mean, your first one, a squirrel completely demolished it. That's a visitor.
Like, it was, yeah.
Don't
use cardboard.
We did a paper towel roll and peanut butter and bird seed, and within 24 hours, a squirrel had completely destroyed it.
Like,
so,
not resuming that.
So, this is our bird house. Again, those are all the requirements that it would cover. If you did a bird feeder as well, it would cover the Nova Awards, again, wolves through Arrow of Light. Unfortunately, lions and tigers don't have the option to do Novas. But, you know, once they turn wolves, go for it. They're amazing to do and really, really rewarding. We are still using the hashtag Scouting at Home. You can find me at newbirthofreedom.org under the Scout Hub. You can find me on Facebook, New Birth of Freedom Council, Boy Scouts of America. I hope you guys enjoy your summer. Remember, you guys can still do the National Summertime Pack Award, even with virtual events, especially for Cubs, because the requirements for that are a little bit more lenient than Scouts BSA. If you meet at a park, or if you guys do like a virtual camp out, or if you do a virtual hike, or what have you, even if you are let's say doing a virtual tour of a firehouse or anything like that, that still counts for the National Summertime Pack Award. These videos will be going on throughout the rest of the summer, and hopefully you guys stay safe. Make sure you're washing your hands, practicing social distancing, just being the best scout that you can be, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.